Oh, really? You know, I was trying to make it the bigger way. Holy guacamole. Oh, well. That's the best we can do. All right. I'm gonna try it. I know the lighting's not the best in here. Let me see. I'm gonna share it. I know I'm really late, so if no one comes on, that's totally okay. I told myself, because I was like, it's getting too late. Can't do this. Katie! Yay, Brianne! You guys, I'm so sorry. I'm super late. I was in fact just saying, I'm like, if no one comes on, that's okay. Jackie! So I'm trying this out because clearly I'm in the kitchen. Well, not clearly, but this is the kitchen. And I'm going to try and just answer questions. Ella, can you please stop growling? I swear it's at this time. What's everyone else doing? Are you guys cooking? Are you... Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm trying to just pull this up. Why is it not showing me that I'm live on mine? There we go. There it is. My funny thumbnail right there. That's perfect. Okay, so I talk about my aneurysm a lot during the lives, but we usually don't have time. Yes, I completed one of my rings. So luckily with your guys' encouragement, see, the video is small. I was trying to make the video full screen. Whatever. But this is probably gonna be the first one and there's gonna be another version. Girls, Ella and Holly. Can you guys hear me or are they way too loud? So I'm gonna try to cook and try to talk to you guys and, you know, just hang out a little bit. I figured Thursdays, as much as I wanna have a party, work-wise and then life-wise, like Patrick, that's why he's like, you are not gonna cook dinner. It's way too late. And I said, I still am. I ran to the grocery store really quick, picked up some chicken. My tail's back there because I wanted to show you. I'm so excited. My leggings came in. Ah, what a day, what a day. So, Brianne, how are you? How are you, Katie? And Jackie? And whoever else is on but not saying hello. What's up? Look at, oh, in fact, now that I'm gonna be cooking, I have to take off my rings. Johnny, finally. But I thought, since I always kind of talk, Ellie, yo. I'm trying to still cook and still kind of like hang out a little bit and talk and educate and talk, because I know during the live, sometimes, you know, I'm all over the place. So I'm saying stuff, which let me get the pan and then I can focus. All right, there we go. Part of the mess is a mess. Sunday's cleaning day. Lisa, hello. Cheers, mermaids. That's my favorite. It's not drinking alone. Except, has anyone else noticed the rubber cups, if you drink red wine, like it's permanently stained like that? Gotta have a little vino when you're cooking. Or at least I do. Life's too short, right? That's what I say. And I want to thank you guys, honestly, because you motivate me to want to cook and be like, Tawnie, you have to make more meals. So I was like, there's no show tonight. You have to cook something. I was supposed to cook and meal prep, but I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, that just like stinks when you find that just out. You're like, no, I'm not going to get to... So just try and make Monday like the best Monday you've ever can imagine. Does it come in Monday really late? Liliana, hello, I like this. Mermaids, Elizabeth. Hey guys, I did some laundry, so I have my towel finally clean. I think I'm honestly, I know I'm trying to help with the earth, so I'm cutting back on the plastic, but like this, you know, Reynolds wrap, what do you call this? Iron, what is it? Aluminum foil. I don't want to scrub the pan. I like coating. Sorry for that horrible noise. Try to keep it down to a minimum. Once I get it in there, once I get the chicken in there, then I'll be like not distracted. But this is the wall I'm thinking of painting because I think it'll really change this whole room, even though we're renting and Patrick's like, you're not supposed to paint. I was like, you paint and then you paint it back white, right? Right, guys? And we're gonna have some Ella wrestling and growling in the background. If you're new, that's not a grizzly bear back there. Ella Renee, enough. It's been like 20 straight minutes of it. It's like time to take a break. Time to take a little water break, please. Sorry if I'm hurting your guys' ears. That's funny. I did not grow up having to eat leftovers, so meal prep makes it seem like leftovers to me. I guess I'm still trying to grasp it, like really am, because it's like, my problem is I only have one small oven, like all cooking things, sheets don't even fit in there. So it's like, how in the world am I going to like get, you know, 2 things in there is what I'm saying. Erin, hello. We're talking about meal prepping and I'm trying to cook right now. I'm sorry, it's gonna be loud for a couple minutes and then I promise once I get that in there, I'm just running behind. But dude, so mom was like, I know Patrick's like, you got more mermaid stuff, but here's how awesome. It is the leggings exactly match that and the sports bra. So you can work out in it and swim in it. So I thought it was really, really cool and I had to get it. Kitty. Oh, no, that always is hard. You're like sails passing in the wind. I know that feeling. You're like, no. I am not, Erin, tonight. That's why we're trying something different. I am just talking about my brain aneurysm and just anything. We're just chatting. My plan was that I was supposed to have already had like dinner set up and ready, and then we were just gonna have like a little chat. Just because I know during mermaid time, a lot of times we get cut off or, and actually it was you guys were like, I would love you to do a video. So I thought we could do this video. You guys could ask some questions. Then I was hoping like later, since I was super late to get on, that everyone could just go back to this video and write questions, and then I could do like a formal sit down, answer all them, because I know the more and more I talk to people about it, the more awareness. Liliana, this sale, I will have that 10% off coupon code. She's just going to transform it. It's still Bachelorette right now, but she's just going to change it to Tawnie the Mermaid. She's just been, I didn't want to bug her because it's in May for mermaids, especially professional mermaids. It's like a crazy, crazy time. So I didn't want to bug her because she was nice enough to make it be Bachelorette for me. So I figured, you know, I'll keep that for a little bit and then she can change it to Tawnie is what I thought would be nice. So yeah, don't you worry about it. You'll be able to get it anytime. They're seriously, like, I want one in every color and I want the long ones. I like want to just live in this forever. Where's the one seasoning? There we go. I got, Mom was a big garlic salt. What is your seasoning of choice? Because I'm trying to get better at cooking. What I wanted to say become a better cook, but I was like, I'm not even a good cook. I'm just like, okay. So he's you know what, Katie? That's when you just say, not my fault, and you just walk away. Sometimes, you know, if people just want to take their anger out on you and you don't want to, you just can't deal with it, you know? It's hard. Especially, I know sometimes being live, it'll be really hard. You got some people, they just want to be cranky. You got to just say, hey, be cranky, but not around me, man. I'm not happy about this situation either. I'm not happy either. But I'm a very basic cook. It's just garlic salt, and then I put a little bit. Patrick got this like bruschetta mix. Oh my God, Lisa, I love it. Your sticker, I already put the Bob sticker on my laptop and I'm trying to find a way. I want to put it on like Bob, but I don't want to stick a sticker to his shell so that it stays on him. So I was actually kind of thinking about getting him like getting like a little bandana and putting it on the bandana and wrapping the bandana around him, actually. I am so sorry, Lisa. I meant to give you a big old thank you. But I can't even believe these past 2 weeks feel like every day I've been running a mile a minute. It's been crazy. I don't know how you guys have felt. I'm like, May's almost over already. This is nuts. So I'm cooking up all the chicken because I'm hoping then we'll just eat 2 pieces tonight and then we'll have chicken for either lunch or dinner tomorrow. That's perfect. Yay, Ashley! I'm sorry it's so late. I was meant to be on earlier, but I was trying to stay outside and get all the pearl picks done in the sunshine, and it was seriously a downpour until about like, what time, like 11 or 12. It was horrible. I was like, is the sun ever gonna come out? Let me wash my hands because I got gross chicken. Gross chicken. Sorry. You guys are getting me out of dishes. Haha, dish duty. Dish duty. Mom taught me that trick that she goes, whenever I have to wash my hands, I just do a couple dishes so then there's not a lot in there. You use the seasoned salt on everything? I got this one. I like it. It's sea salt, roasted garlic, onion, and parsley from Trader Joe's. I know I talk about, I'm not sponsored by Trader Joe's. I love Trader Joe's because it makes healthy cooking easier. Oh, Aaron, that makes sense. So do you just cook your chicken just plain and then after maybe do you put like barbecue or like what kind of other stuff? You're making brownies? Oh, I want to live at your house. So I'm waiting for that. This is seriously one of my favorite and easy meals. I'm switching it up. The chicken is my favorite and easy meal. It's the first thing I learned how to make when I was in middle school in home ec. Boop, 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 boop. Is the chicken when you have it in the oven. Then it's like really moist and really good. But then I just now learned the trick if you cook it at a higher temperature for a shorter time. So I just do the chicken, but I added to it since middle school. In middle school, it was just the chicken. You put a little bit of marinara, like the pasta sauce, and then you slap some provolone on it. So delicious. But what I'm doing is instead of the pasta sauce, I am going to cut up some slices of tomato, put the tomato and then the provolone on top of that. And so that's why I'm cooking the chicken at first, and then I'll throw the cheese and that on it. And I got some zoodles. Has anyone cooked zoodles? Because I'll be honest, I've bought the zoodles about 2, maybe 3 times, and they end up getting soggy before I make it. Pork chops, and put some ranch packets with soul seasoning and minced onions on them. Oh my God. It drove your kids wild. Lemon pepper seasoning, garlic, onion powder. Okay, so you get like, I have a lemon. I will have to try that because that, I mean, it sure is a lot healthier. Me and Patrick are trying to both eat healthier. So any tips you guys can have, seriously, the Mer people got to eat. If I wasn't in a rush today, I was going to I wanted to make the lettuce cups, but I was like, just grab the essentials and then you'll go to Trader Joe's tomorrow. I'm going to make my little list tonight. How do you guys do that? I need help adulting. This mermaid does not know how to adult, clearly. But that is the best part about having your own house. Finally, you're like, I got toys, I do what I want. Really? Bob, oh my God. How are you? Okay, marinate chicken in Caesar Italian dressing overnight. Ooh, okay. I know the Italian overnight, but I'm behind. So what do you do when you like just went to the grocery store? And Bob, seriously, how are you? I got a tortoise named Bob now. They're building a Trader Joe's, Katie, the frozen food, you will love it. All their good little things. And it's not, like, people are like, it's so expensive. Whole Foods is ridiculous. Trader Joe's, I feel like, is very reasonable. And I like their little things. Like, they have little sauces and stuff that I can't find anywhere else, so I love it. And you got one, Liliana? Crock-pot ranch pork chops are... I need to get a crock-pot, guys. I need the crock-pot. Good, Liliana. Cheers to that. Ellie, you got any cooking expertise, advice? I didn't mean to make this just about cooking, but I just figured I mostly wanted to talk with the brain aneurysm because I've been looking back. Did I bring my diary? At like my diary because I was just now leaving the hospital. Like, well, 3 years ago, you know, not right now. Katie, you will love it. There's flowers, there's cute little things. In fact, well, the wind knocked it over. We've had insane winds. But like, I bought this cute little box that did have cute, well, now it just looks hideous. The window was open and it took it down, but there were cute, beautiful little flowers. I think I posted some pictures, but me being out of town, Patrick didn't water. I mean, it's right in front of the sink. Put your carryout numbers in your contact on your phone. That's a really good idea. Salsa chicken in the crock pot. Seriously, we need to share these on the Mer People Gotta Eat. That's what I'm gonna do later tonight once Patrick goes to sleep, is I'm gonna go through the Mer People Gotta Eat and make notes on what recipe things I want to get. Because, you know, when you're like, okay, I'll use this for that meal and then that. That's what I'm not very good at, is the whole planning it out. Okay, I don't mean to be weird, but these leggings, like, are so freaking soft. I've had a lot of leggings, and these ones, like, I can't right now. And you can swim in them. Oh, I'm not supposed to let you jump up on me, Helen. I'm not supposed to let you. I'm not supposed to let... Is anybody else's dog? Holly just tooted and she just turned around at herself like, what the heck was that? Hi, Bubs. Hi, Bubs. Okay, out. Don't jump. No jumping. No jumping. Okay. I think we're good with that, right? Zoodles only take a couple, like, right? You just boil them. Usually I would Google. Zoodles, you just... Has anybody made zoodles? They're I got them from our cute little farmer's market. So they're already all zoodlified. The only other time I've had zoodles was when I made them. They were the freezer kind. So I just had to like put it in the water and it came with directions. Okay, a deep roasted sesame, rosemary. Bob, I'm so happy. Do you know how many mermaids are going to be happy to hear that you're okay? Because a lot of mermaids are like, have you talked to Bob? I'm like, no, I haven't. Bob hasn't been around, but I'm sure he's busy. So, this one, oh, he calls them Zuddles. Oh, because is the word zoodles like copyrighted or something? I would love brownies. I love sweets. I'm not denying myself. I'm not going on a diet. I'm just trying to eat healthy as much as I can. Like, I also had Jack in the Box earlier today. Look, oh, Carolyn, yes, look it. We miss you. I told you, Bob, everybody's been like, oh my gosh. So I'm gonna try. I told myself at least once a week to try to do a live on YouTube where it's not pearls, it's just like other stuff so we can all catch up as mermaids and our mermen that cannot always be on. And I just thought maybe Thursday. So hopefully this can be a fun thing. I'll try and maybe make it earlier. I'm trying to get a schedule worked out, guys. But I'm also trying to do like a million other things. And it's about to be swim season. The pool's been cold. It's been spring weather here, actually. So mom actually has sun. Babette's in the house too. Oh my God. Babette, Bob's here. Carolyn's here. We got Liliana. We got Ellie. We got Ashley. We got Lisa. Lisa, thank you again for donating. Seriously, you and Carolyn getting that started is like amazing. My mom told me. Wait, you know how to make homemade cheesecake? So many of you mermaids are so talented. I can't even. Really? That's it, Katie? I love crock pot meals. I need to get a crock pot. It's kind of ridiculous, I know. We got the Ninja, we got that. My mermaid tail in the back, just to show. This is the big tail. This is my biggest tail ever. Look at that. Look at that proportion. I know the sun's on me, but. So that's why I got these really cool leggings and this swim top so I can swim in it. And you can work out. I'm not quite, there we go. Oh, yoga. Try it. See, but angles. That's what I'm loving, those posts you guys on Instagram and stuff where they show. Those girls are like this. I can't, where's my good angle? There. But then you go like that, and that's how. So I like that, and I was trying to tell more girls at the pool because they were like, oh my gosh. I'm like, you know, in those pictures, they're all like posed up. Get an Instapot. That's what you guys were saying, the Instapot. But mom got me a crock pot. Plus, I'm always self-conscious about my weird little, I had my gallbladder moved and I call it my third belly button. So both of these you can swim in, and that's why I got it, was so that I can swim in it, and I can also, you know, when I'm at kids pools and stuff, like I know some of my mermaid tops are a little mermaid. No way, don't get it. Laura. Oh, okay, good. You did, Ashley? Okay, I need to check that out because does anyone know how to cook zoodle? Oh, we're gonna report you. No, I'm in yoga pants. I'm a mermaid. Don't be inappropriate. I'm reporting you. I don't want that.
I want that. I want the acorn.
There you go. That's what I love about being on YouTube, is that you can instantly like press and just report someone and they go away. Which that's why I was like, I was gonna be like, yeah. Boys. Not all people can be awesome mermen. You're working in Washington and then you're flying out to Denver? That's crazy. And we haven't been on YouTube. So Bob, don't feel bad. We haven't been on here because we've been able to play music. So we've just been on Facebook. But I wanted to try, and that's why I wanted to go on YouTube to talk more about like the personal stuff. Because on Facebook, trolls would just be so mean. Plus, I didn't want to confuse people that like, are you opening or what's going on? Oh, Laura, my favorite, the Swedish meatballs my mom makes. Everyone always thinks it's weird. The grape jelly, the hot sauce. So I've never tried root beer barbecue sauce and meatballs, but I think I might have to. Oh my God. I can't believe you're going to be there for 2 weeks. Carolyn, I'm so shelly. So shelly. I want to go to Aruba. Now that I was in Miami, I'm like, I want to go everywhere. But I am, guys, I'm going to be booking my flight. As soon as I book it, we're going to plan Mermaid meetup. Babe, I'm probably going to go to Ohio in
I don't care.
June.
All I care about is those two makeup vloggers on YouTube that are beefing. That's all I care about. I'm on Team Tawnie. Because Tawnie seems like she knows what's up. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I'm on her side.
Who is it, guys? Is it James Charles? Is it some guy and someone? Or is it
That's
Jeffree
right.
Star? I don't know.
James Charles apparently is a sexual predator. And we don't like him. We like the woman who's 37 and also talks about makeup on the internet. Because that's
James
important.
Charles, like, really...
Yeah. I don't know what that gesture means. I certainly would not condone it if it was in any way making fun of someone.
It was not making fun. It was politely, I don't know.
Bad, and the other lady is good, and I love makeup tips. And people should be rich because they tell people how to put makeup on YouTube, because that makes all the sense in the world.
Okay, so that's how out of the world I am. I mean, my girl Glam and Gore Mickey isn't posting anymore, so honestly on YouTube, and I haven't been watching Jeffree Star because I've been too busy, but usually I watch Jeffree, so I am out of the beef. Lies, all Patrick cares about is approval. Wait, so people on TikTok are ruining James Charles and Tati are feuding. Look at Katie. See, I'm so out of the loop. Jeffree started it. But I love Jeffree. I've loved him since the MySpace days, since he was in Hollywood Undead. So I had no idea. They're destroying palettes. Yeah, I could not. Look at, wow, you know you're out of the loop when your freaking fiance, who is, as he calls it, not a millennial or pays attention to that stuff. He's out of control now. Jeffree's out of control. Yeah, I'll take a palette. Would you guys be interested if I got another one as a palette giveaway? Because I have to tell you, I felt pretty cool because it was funny. Heather didn't have a dress to go out in. And, you know, she's super glamified. She's always been. She worked at a makeup counter. She's always, like, makeup, full glam. That's why her ring and her necklace fit her perfect. Long story short, she was like, I don't have anything to wear. And I'm like, I have a dress you could wear. And she's like, no, there's no way it could fit into your dress. And I was like, I promise you this dress will fit on anyone. It's like the traveling pants. Like, it looks great on everyone. So I let her wear that, and then she was like, oh my God, you have the Blue Blood palette? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, can I? I was like, go to town. So like she already had some makeup on. She added to it. But I like Jeffree, and I like his makeup, and well, you shouldn't mess with Jeffree. What'd he say? Jeffree started it? Was James being bad? I know that people don't like Jeffree Star, but like, you know, what's really bad is I hear and I'm immediately like, Jeffree's right. What did James Charles do? Just because in the past, like, I don't know. I just stand, I feel like, I've met a lot of people in like the Hollywood, California area, and some people are really, really fake. And so I wouldn't be surprised if James was that one. I want all the Jeffree Star. Now that we have all these, like I have this yellow, I feel like I need the Thirsty palette, which I never would have thought I wanted. And I definitely want, what's the other one? Is it True Blood? No, that's the show. What's the first palette? Laura, it's fine. I watched some of their makeup tutorials so I can try and do my makeup. So that's the only reason I know, but I didn't even know. You follow them both on Snapchat? I've been so busy. I've been out of it. I was out of town, so I'm playing catch up on everything. Thank you, Ashley. You sent it to me. Oh my gosh, you guys cracked me up. It was great to drop in. Thank you, Bob. You have a very safe flight. Thank you for popping in. I'm so glad we can tell everyone you're alive. And you're good. I told him, I was like, guys, he was getting bugged by people, so he probably stopped watching for a little bit. Like, he's okay. Oh my gosh. Instagram and Facebook, though. I'm sure it is, but like, in order to get to all your guys' messages, like, that's why I tell Patrick, I really live in my little mermaid world, like, and my mermaid community. Like, I'm up on that stuff, but like, there's a feud right now of one girl, she posed in the Slytherin, like, did a whole Harry Potter shoot, basically copying another girl, but didn't give her photo cred. All I have to say to anyone is, like, if someone inspires you, just give them credit. That's all anybody wants, is just to be acknowledged. Like, cool, I'm glad you wanted to copy me, but let me know. Or just say thanks. A 45-minute video revealing stuff about James Charles. Oh, God. Watch, now we're all going to get off here and we're going to be like, I need to check. See, I watch my Courtney the Mermaid, who's just, like, so sweet and just, like, positive. And, like, I watch Gary Vee. I haven't been watching, I'll admit, I was, like, because it is a lot of drama. And sometimes it's, like, too much. Too much. Too much. I love it. This just turned into a makeup and cooking. I like that. So does anybody know how to cook these zoodles? Do I just boil them for a little bit? Usually I Google, or honestly, like, hold on, someone's asking me a question. Or I ask Mermaid B because she cooks. YouTube. Oh, Laura, you are so sweet to say that. Seriously, to have you guys come over here from the Facebook. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But so tomorrow we will be shucking. Friday and Saturday I haven't got to talk to Mom yet who's doing what day, so I don't know. Live shucking. Sorry, some mermaids are like, when are you live? Are you live right now? And I'm like, yeah, I'm over on YouTube. Come and join. You know, I feel like it's just the mermaid philosophy though. So like, I know Patrick's like, mermaid, I mean, I didn't even swim as a mermaid first. I didn't even know there was that whole community. And now that I'm like getting into it, it's like Ariel was not live. It's a whole new world. I just got my first crown, you guys. It's in the mail. Like, I know, I can't help myself. I was at Mermaid's Day and I can also wear it at Disneyland. Wait until you guys see it. It's like Disney mouse ears. Holly, no jumping though. I'm trying to work on her because all my friends have not even 1-year-olds yet. And then my other friend just found out she's pregnant. So I'm like, everybody is like pregnant or has little babies. So I'm trying to work on the girls not jumping. Dun dun. Lisa, that's the coolest thing. We have to meet up. So I'm hoping in June there's going to be an Ohio meetup. Me and Mom are hoping then maybe in July to go out to Colorado to see our family because I'm hoping to do I'm hoping to try on dresses, but I also want to really try on a dress with my grandma and my cousin. Like, I think that'll be really nice. So I told Mom I want to try on dresses when we're in Ohio with my dad's mom. So like that grandma and that mom, basically like I have family in too many places. I know everyone's like, we'll have everybody fly in, but like it stresses me out too much trying to coordinate everyone's schedule. And then everyone's looking at me. So like, I can't. I know, I love me. I feel like me and Mickey because she's growing out her side part too, which look how long it's getting. Which in fact I love. She's really good on Instagram now because she's not on YouTube, and following her working out thing is also making me be like, I should work out, because I say every year I would love to like I've seen people who have a better body when they're 30 something and 40 than when they were in their teens, and that's what I would like. Not that like I want to be like she's doing it for like a fitness competition. I just want to see, you know, you see all these people who start working out. Ella Renee, you're getting too hyped up just because Dad's watching the game and he's excited and I'm talking to my mermaids. Oh my gosh, I will, Bob. I can't wait to tell them. Adios, have a safe flight. We're just talking YouTube and stuff. My chicken should almost be done. It'll be done in 5 minutes. So I didn't even talk at all about the brain aneurysm. I feel like it needs like actual questions, because I feel like when I talk about it, I just kind of say the same type thing until someone asks me like a different thing, if that makes sense. But I definitely know I don't talk about the recovery as much because I like to just pretend that didn't happen, because it's not fun. That's why I look back and I'm like, I don't have like any pictures. There's only one picture of me when I took my patch off and I was trying to smile in the hospital. That's the only time you can see how wonky that eye is. But I mostly like, I kept it shut because it hurt so freaking much. Liliana, you are all good. Trust me, this is not the only meetup. Like, there's going to be way more. We're going to be trying stuff. Like, I know Mom never thought. We had our first mermaid meetup, and now it's like, I've got to meet Gina. I've got to meet Nina. Wow, it sounds like a rhyme. Gina, Nina, Wendy, Michelle, Ellie. I couldn't, they stopped rhyming. That didn't rhyme at all anyways, though. So I might have to get off here in a little bit to look up zoodles. We got about 3 more minutes for the chicken. And I think the zoodles should only take 5 minutes. Has anyone cooked zoodles? Any mermaids? Do you boil it for 2 minutes, 3 minutes? Like, how do you tell they're done? That's what I don't know. I don't know how it works. How does it work? So, perfect. Thank you, Ashley. But I would love your guys' like opinion, and be honest. You don't have to say if you're like, you talk enough about the aneurysm, I don't think you need to have a video, or if you're like, maybe I should just post like a poll and have people add questions or something. I just Google it. Okay, Mambo number 5. Oh my god. Oh, perfect, Sherry. I see it. That's why. Okay, show Sherry Mello. Right? Oh no, you're trying to do unique products. Not here. I approved it. I don't know how to unapprove it. Sherry, we don't blast other things on here. I thought it was the other video. You stink, Emily. Now I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head. It's actually better than, I don't know why at the wedding, she just loves that song. Just give me the light. That Sean Paul. Oh my god, my legs hurt because that's how much I was dancing to it. I can tell. Oh, my quads are still sore. That's how much dancing in Miami was a little too much. This is too crazy. So I think, should it be a live video? I think it has to be live because if I record it, the last time I tried to record it, I ended up crying. I was talking for like 2 hours. I filled up the tape. And poor Gage was like, I have to edit that now. And I was like, one day you will edit that. I was like, you made me relive my aneurysm in the room that I was in. Like, hello. Okay, thank you, Ellie. Okay, so I think I just need to plan it out better. I think I need to just like have actual questions and then not be on so late. So I have to appreciate you mermaids, especially you, Ellie, being on here so late. Cheers. Ella's finally calmed down. Are you gonna beep at me? Yep, we got 34 seconds, 33. What'd you eat for dinner? What'd everybody else eat for dinner? Anything good? I don't know. Okay, And I don't know how else, I should get a thermometer. So Brooklyn, I didn't, I guess I could do, that's a really good idea. I should just like say what I do. Spaghetti. That's what I'm trying to do, the healthy spaghetti version, the zoodles. So here. Perfect timing. Oh yeah, those aren't even close. Whew. My glass is just fogged up. Perfect. Maybe at least another 15. Okay, another 15. So, which is similar to other migraine sufferers, but I've also found there isn't a link. So wait, sorry, we're talking dinners and then I just cut right off. So I've talked to a lot of other survivors. Not all of us were migraine sufferers before. However, I have found it very interesting that a lot of us were migraine sufferers and actually complained of having a headache that day. I was like a normal headache. I went to work. I was working at the school with the kids, normal work day. It was Cinco de Mayo. I came home. I told my brother, I'm going to take a shower and then I want you to drive me because I want, I'm going to be drinking and I need a DD. So he was going to drive me to go see a friend. And this was in the house in Ohio. So I was in the shower that's in between our rooms. And I was in the shower and next thing I know, it felt like a baseball bat. Like when I tell people, I'm like, you will know. Like it wasn't like, ow. Like a lot of people think something hit them in the head. If I wasn't in the shower, I would have thought something fell on me. But it like hit me. Like I went and I caught myself on the shower doors. Like thank God I was tall enough. I grabbed on because then I wanted to fall. But I just kept thinking, I'm like, if you fall, you're dead. You're dead. Like, you can't fall. So I basically positioned myself and slowly slid because they kept asking me, did you hit your head in the shower? And I'm like, no, I knew, because I was like, if I didn't know what was wrong with my head. And now I know clearly that was a brain aneurysm. Clearly, like, it ruptured right then. But I laid at the bottom of the bathtub and I kind of blacked out. And now that I know, I look back and I was like, I had a seizure. Like, I don't know why I thought I was just going, that hurts. But I was like, no, those were like little mini seizures, which that's why a brain aneurysm is like a stroke. And a lot of the side effects or the long-term things are very similar to a stroke. That's why you guys hear me, because this month is stroke awareness, because technically I had a stroke in my brain and I lived. So that happened and I was laying there. Taval, it was 3 years ago. It happened on Cinco de Mayo 3 years ago. So that's why I'm talking about it. I do have another video on here where I'm sitting with my whole family talking about it. But this happened 3 years ago. Cinco de Mayo was when that happened. I was laying in the shower, and I remember I first started yelling, but when I yelled, like, as soon as I yelled, I felt it. Like, it felt like someone was squeezing me. So then I started hitting the bathtub, thinking, like, Gage will hear me. Like, I could hear his stuff. And, like, I remember one point I was like, I don't think, like, I was like, oh my God, this hurts so bad, I can't anymore. And I was like, if you go to sleep, like, you're dead. And so I thought that extreme, but for some reason, because I'd never heard of aneurysms or that could happen to your brain, I just kept thinking, this is a migraine. If you've never had a migraine like this before, you're getting older, this is just your life. Thank you, Brooklyn. It's insane, and that's why I just want to raise awareness, because if I would have known, and that's why when anyone has a migraine and they ask me, I'm like, was it immediate? Like, my neck was stiff. And in fact, so I had trouble because Gage finally came in there, and the funny thing he always says, he goes, I was thinking first, like, oh God, she's probably naked. Like, I'm gonna have to see my sister naked. And he's like, but you sounded so hurt. So he came in, I was like, throw the towel on me. A robe. So I put a robe on and I was just sitting in the bathtub. I was finally able to sit up. And he was like, do you think you can stand? And I was like, I need your help. And he was like, you don't need to stand. He goes, I can carry you. Like, I'm strong enough. But I was like, no, I'm okay. So, like, he lifted me up, but he had to, like, support, like, my arm was around him and I was kind of like ragdolled, but I still walked. So that's why I know you're like, I mean, you could barely walk. Why didn't you immediately go to the emergency room? I just thought I'm older now. Migraines are this way. And so Gage helped me to my bedroom, and immediately, I've always been light sensitive for migraines, but this was like a whole different thing. And that's why I don't want migraine sufferers to be scared, because it is night and day. Now, when I have one, I'm like, that's not an aneurysm. So I went into my room. I was like, shut the blinds. The dogs were like wrestling. I was like, the dogs need to be out of here. Like, I feel like I'm in it. And then I can't remember this. In fact, that's why I was supposed to have my diary that Mom wrote in, because she remembers it better. I think I threw up in front of, she was on her way home from work, and Gage called her and said, Tawnie is really bad. Something's wrong. Like, and so when Mom came home, I think then I did throw up. I threw up in front of Mom, but she's thrown up from migraines. So we were like, you know, sugar, this is just what's happening. So, I asked, she goes, I want to take you to the emergency room. I said, no, please just let me sleep. Like, let me sleep and we'll see how I feel. So I went to sleep that night. That was Thursday. And then on Friday, they did the radio show, and then my mom left for Colorado because it was Mother's Day weekend. And that was our gift to her, was to be with her mom. So I slept all day. I called up work and said, you know, like, I can't make it in. I have this horrible migraine. They said, okay. And I was doing nothing but sleep. And it wasn't like a normal, like, I'm restful. Like, it was like, if you've ever had moderate, you feel drugged, like you can't stay up. And that's because I was bleeding into my brain. So when I slept that whole day, and Mom goes, I don't like that she's still sleeping. I want you to take her in. If you come home from work and she's still like this, you need to take her in. So he took me to the emergency room. And when we were driving there, I told him, which I also told the doctor, that I can see. I was like, I see the semi in front of us, but I see the same semi and a road like this. It's split. I go, I've never, like, I'm seeing split, double vision. And that emergency room doctor, he was like, how old? You know, I'm 28. I'm a migraine sufferer. And he said, he checked my eyes. My dad said, we think it could be meningitis because her neck is so stiff. He goes, can you please, are you sure we don't need to do a spinal tap? Like, Dad asked him 2 different times. And he's like, no, everything's fine. Let's just shoot her up with nerve blockers. So boom, 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 boom. And for a second, I was like, like it didn't hurt because I'm numbed up. So I did sleep for like 20 minutes while I was in there, 20, 30 minutes, you know, and they give you the IV bag, all that junk. And then they sent me home. So that happened on a Friday. It's the weekend. I was like, I'm not going to go to another emergency room. My doctor is not in the office. So I waited until Monday. And on Monday, I called my normal neurologist and he prescribed me a steroid and said, if by Friday it's still bad. So even though in my, like I said many times, like I'm like, I feel like I'm dying. Like this is not right. Like this is so bad. This is so bad. And I was like, a doctor didn't even want to scan you. Suck it up. That's what I kept telling myself. So please, if your body's telling you, please listen to it. Don't do something else. So I'll try to speed forward through that week of misery where basically the doctor's like, you did the hardest, most dangerous part at home by yourself. So he was like, that's why I didn't have to be at the ICU for as long as usual. I do, Katie. My headaches are totally different. So because I was bleeding in my brain for a week, I had so much built up spinal cord fluid. The first 6 months, like I had to sleep sitting basically up. As soon as I woke up, my head felt like it was being squeezed. If you've ever had, when you feel, your brain feels like it's swollen and then it also feels like it's being crushed at the same time. It's the most horrific feeling in your head. That is the most constant. That's why when people with chronic pain, I'm like, I've been there with you. Like I know 6 months of that, of just as soon as your eyes open and like you don't even want to cry because it hurts so bad. If you cry, you just are like, I can't, and nothing makes it better, all that horrible stuff. So I skipped out the whole how they found out. So finally on the 12th I woke up and this eye was like crossing in and I was like, that's not normal. So I, like an idiot, I waited for my dad to wake up. I didn't immediately say, Dad, my eye's crossing in. Neurological, if eyes are funky, go immediately, do not wait. And Dad drove me to a different emergency room, which I couldn't really walk. So when I got out of the car and my dad had to find parking, they put me in a wheelchair. So I got wheeled in and I had a patch over my eye. And I was like, I need to check in. And she was like, what's wrong? And I lifted my patch up and I said, my eye's crossing in. And I've had this really bad headache since the 5th. And as soon as she saw my eye, she goes, you need to come with me right now. And she took me back. They did a brain scan. And that's when they told me I had a subarachnoid hemorrhage. Basically, you're bleeding into your brain. And I still thought, I think I have to luck out that I think the pain meds and the fact that I had blood in my brain, I couldn't really process everything. So I was like, all I said to my dad was, I was like, so my worst fear is correct. Oh, and I tried to argue, can my dad drive me to the next emergency room? She's like, I don't think you understand the severity of this. Like, I don't think you get what I'm saying. And I was like, no, he can just drive me. I don't want to pay that bill. And she goes, you need to be hooked up to monitors and things. Like you need to be monitored, like basically like, we're just waiting for you to die any second. I don't know how you're sitting here. And I was sitting there and that's when I told my dad, you know, I think my worst fears are exactly what happened. And I was like, okay, like, did you call Mom? And he's like, I'm talking to Mom. And thank God my dad was there and he was making me laugh and being calm. And when he saw the guys, I got life flighted, so he saw them in their jumpsuits and he went like this. And so like meaning helicopter, and I took it as round the wagons, like get ready. And I was like, I'm trying to get ready for the ride. And then when I came in, that's when then I realized they're like, we have to life flight you, you know, because they were really worried with the pressure. They're like, if you feel anything when we go up, you need to immediately tell us. So the whole helicopter ride, they're just staring at me. And then when I arrived to the Cleveland Clinic, there was so many doctors. I've never been in a room with like that many doctors just running around and asking me all sorts of questions. And the weirdest thing is we still haven't been able to place. I've met all the doctors who worked on me, and there's this one guy that I remember, and they're like, I don't know who that is. And I've asked, like, maybe he was a nurse, and they're like, no. So it's really weird. I don't know what the heck my brain was doing. Long story short, they did an angiogram, which that, you know, is the microscope to check everything out. And then they wanted to operate with me not being completely out. They wanted me lucid, so that while they're up there, if they hit something and all of a sudden I can't feel something, they know. But I guess all I could remember was them saying my name and me answering, and I was getting frustrated that I kept answering. Like, I was mad that I was falling asleep, and he's like, no, quite the opposite. He goes, we wanted you not to answer us, but to still, you know, be a little lucid, but I was too coherent, so they had to put me completely out. So that's why he goes, it was really scary, because when you came to, we had no idea how I was going to be. So when I came to, and I don't remember it, but Dad said that he goes, you were great. You talked to your mom. You said, because he goes, I was going to film you because I thought you were going to be really, really funny and like outrageous. And he's like, but you didn't seem like, he goes, you could tell you were drugged up, but you were just like, oh, Dad, I'm so happy you're here. And Mom, I love you. And so I made it through the surgery. And now it has been 3 years. Just last year, I got to find out I didn't need another surgery, because since I was bleeding in my brain for a whole week, they couldn't do the normal surgery. So that's why it was so scary, because the first 6 months, they were not only scanning me for the built up spinal cord fluid, but to make sure my, as I like to put it, half done brain surgery was holding up. So my timer's about to go off. I think we might have to cut it there, because I might have to cut the chicken, and it might be too much. And I think that was a good little summary. And then I feel like if you guys have questions, please comment them. Tell me if I need to elaborate on more. I figure then maybe the next, we'll like do this as a 2-parter. And so then the next one will be right after the surgery and the recovery. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying things, and please like tell me, guys, what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of. This is just to, you know, raise awareness and talk about it and share some more and try and educate us. I had to say it funny. I had to. Look at it, just like deadpan. Doom. So, Traval, that's what would have been nice is actually on February, my neurologist did, he did order the scan that would have found my brain aneurysm, and they would have been able to coil it before it ruptured. So I would have been able to prevent this, but because I was so young, the insurance denied it. So the good news out of that, though, is he says every time the insurance denies it, he uses me as an example. He's like, 28 years old, you guys denied it. She had her, on February was when he ordered the scan. On May is when I had the aneurysm. So you can't always prevent it, but if you have a family history, knowing your family history, you need to get checked. Gage is the most at risk, my brother. Then they said, not my children, but my grandchildren. So it is something that now is a lifelong, I will forever have to be scanned, not only because I'm a cyborg, and those things move around, but now that I had one aneurysm, there is a chance that I could grow another. The first year, that was the most. He probably not, but look into it, because strokes and aneurysms are very, very similar. They're both, you know, if you have high blood pressure, you're at risk. If you have a family history, if you smoke, all of those things are really bad for strokes or brain aneurysms. So I would definitely get checked, because I know that strokes are also linked with families. So make sure you're, you know, trying to eat healthy, do some other things. And thank you for asking questions, guys. And for teaching me how to cook. But I'm going to have to do some zoodles. Patrick's going to be like, this is eating so late. I can't always cook. Sometimes I've been trying to cook earlier for him. Because he does try to eat earlier. I'm drinking wine. Maybe try to switch. It's more about the blood pressure. I will say, I know there's a lot of aneurysm survivors. It's about, I want to say like 50-50. Some of us are like, I can't believe after you survived, you'll even drink. And I was like, my doctor said I could have 1 glass of red wine and it was good for you. All doctors say that, and life's too short. But that's why I've been waiting to have babies. That's why it's been hard that all my friends are having babies right now and I'm not, because I feel like, first of all, it's really selfish of me when I only got cleared for 2 years. So what if next year I have to have brain surgery to have a child right now? And everything about me will be completely high risk because of my aneurysm and because of how they did it. Yep. It's something that that's why it's really hard when happens so young, because most of them, you don't have to deal with that until you get older. But the fact that I'm like forever have to get scanned, and I've talked to other survivors because I was really like, I can't have kids. A lot of actual survivors had an aneurysm while they were pregnant. So yes, it is scary. That's why if I did have a baby, everything would be high risk. I'd be at the doctor's all the time, and I would probably only have one. So that's why Patrick is very understanding. We have our animals right now, and, you know, we will see. Oh, I am so sorry. The most normal my hair has been. It is. I'm trying to leave it alone because I damaged it so much, and I'm trying to let it grow out. Like these little pieces, I shaved the whole back of my head too. So all this is grow out. Let's see how I could do that. So I shaved the back of my head. I shaved the side of my head. So I'm trying to leave it alone, but I did love it and miss it. But I did get wigs. So get ready, mermaid time. I still might have some crazy hair. And hopefully, if you guys think of other questions, leave it. I know when I'm not live, it won't necessarily. Actually, I think on YouTube, the live comments, do they disappear? And then you can just comment. I think like only the people during this live got to see this conversation. That's what he goes, the doctor said, even if you were in the emergency room, flip of a coin, live or die. Even if they knew right off the bat, because when blood hits your brain, he was like, either you live or you die. Usually most people, 60% have permanent neurological damage. So when I complain that I can't do math very well or that I slur my speech a lot, he just kind of laughs and is like, well, at least you're talking. Yes, Gage is the most at risk, but that's what's so hard is we're still arguing with the insurance that he should get scanned. They're saying he's too young at 21, and I'm like, well, I had my aneurysm at 28. But she did say that the links in your family, the most is with your sibling, and then it skips a generation. So not my children will be at risk, but my grandchildren will be more at risk. Like everyone has a risk now that I have it. No one else in my family had a brain aneurysm or a brain tumor or anything like that, so they don't know. Mine could have just been a fluke, or it could be something. Yeah, you should just go get scanned. Yeah, they have way too much power. It's ridiculous. It's really makes me sick how much they can just, you know. And I'm like, why wouldn't you want them to get scanned, the preventative? And like when you have insurance like that, why didn't they scan me? And now when I go in there and they're like, well, it's just a migraine. I'm like, I don't care. I had a brain aneurysm. You will scan me. I need a scan. I don't care how long I need to sit here, because they have to change the machine around because of the metal in my head now. So it's a whole different ball game, but I've learned a lot. It's an MRA. So I've had MRI since I was 15. It's an MRA. That's different. So for those, if you go to your neurologist, you have migraines, it does not mean that you have an aneurysm. I don't want to put that out there, but it's something that you should be aware of, and it's something you should ask your doctor. That's basically how I saw it. I was like, well, I guess, you know, it's something that I wish more of us knew. And now when people have headaches, you know, if you have the insurance, who cares? Demand the scan. I don't care. I just want the scan. I want to make sure there's, you know, something didn't happen. So MRA, I can't remember what that stands for, but I have to go in and I get CAT scans. I get like the whole workup. Usually when I go, this chicken almost, yes, it's almost gonna be ready. So I am gonna look up the zoodles and we're gonna have a little dinner. Ella's looking at me right now. She's deadlocked. She's just so beautiful. She's so pretty. Don't you just love the pups? So I do really want to thank you guys who came on and everyone who did ask a question. Seriously, it meant a lot because I was nervous. I know I go live all the time and I know I talk about it all the time, but something about going live and talking about that is a little bit different. Yes, exactly, Katie. Because I had one since I was 15, an MRI, but it's the MRA that you need. MRA. Thanks for helping me get that off my chest. And hopefully this will help raise some awareness and get some questions so the next one will be even better. So thank you, mermaids. I'm going to get back to cooking and enjoy some dinner. And I hope you guys too. And the mermen, good night. I love that. Yes, sending good vibes to everyone. Thank you, thank you. I don't know, where's